Like some people just have it. And I've worked for a lot of small businesses and tech startups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That the CEOs just have it. And I'm like, just shut up and chill out. Because I'm like, you just can't shut it off. And like, you have that. And I don't want you to shut up or chill out. But like, you have that where you can't shut it off.
Yeah.
Like you have to like physically go in and like switch it off. Whereas like I have to physically go in and switch it on. And like, I have to be like, come on, think, girl.
I wanted to start a podcast for creative entrepreneurs, so I asked Alex to join me.
And I said, say less, I'm in.
Welcome to the Say Less podcast, where we actually say a lot more about motherhood, creativity, photography, business ownership, and everything in between.
We're your hosts, Alex and Grace, and this is a space for creative women building something meaningful. Whether you're raising babies, raising your rates, or just trying to figure out your next move.
We talk about all the real stuff, what's working, what's not, what we're unlearning, what nobody tells you about building a business that has to fit inside a real life.
The pivots, the pressure, the sustainability, and all of the seasons.
If you've ever felt like you're creating in the margins of your time, your energy, or your confidence, you're not alone here.
So say less. Let's get into it. Get a drink of coffee. Include that.
I need to
I'm having my
exceed.
Celsius. Literally, good morning. And that's how I'm starting the episode. Good morning. We always launch these in the morning. We record in the morning. So good morning. I'm going with good morning as the intro today. Good morning. I'm excited about this episode because we're on the cusp of recording with two insane girl bosses. And I don't mean insane, like lost their minds. I mean, like they're insane at being girl bosses.
Yeah.
Like they're in this like different caliber. Okay. So we've talked about this before. And I think it's really interesting. And I think this also like ties into exactly like where your heart has been lately, which I want you to discuss. But girl bossing and hustling and hustle culture. I feel like that was such a big thing. And I know I've mentioned this before because I remember saying the exact line of her name is Sophia. I can't remember her last name. She wrote the Girl Boss book. I remember when that was like such a thing. I think it was 2020. Around that time when people were kind of like taking off on their own and like creating more small businesses and kind of like, I'm stuck at home, bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. Remember bored in the house? Okay, thank you. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. And people were not only making sourdough, but launching businesses and doing a lot of stuff. And this kind of like cultivated the girl boss culture of all that. A lot of good things came from it.
Yeah.
Women's equality and higher pay for women and all of that kind of stuff was crazy in a good way. I'm overusing insane and crazy and I'm not using them for their definition.
That's how we're feeling today.
That's how I'm feeling.
We're feeling
I just wanted to preface. Yes, I just want to preface by saying I'm not using them at their definition. I'm using them for how I feel about them. Okay. Now that I've said that, that was crazy. And like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders receiving a 400% raise as they should. In my opinion, they deserve, in my opinion, they deserve $1 million and they deserve to be paid more than Jerry Jones. And I'll take that show on the road.
Alex was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader in another life.
In my dream world, I was one.
You'd have been the best one.
Thank you so much. And we also had your mom on the podcast who
she did
could
audition.
have been one.
She could have been one.
I know.
Yep.
And one day we will have Callie from Sparrow Creek, who also was, I actually just watched her season and like sent her a picture of me crying because she was the final cut before making the team on the show, making the team. I literally cried my eyes out and took a picture of my face crying and sent it to her. It was a long time ago, so I don't think it's still like that sensitive to her, but I did just rewatch the show.
You're like, it's new to me, so it's sensitive.
No, it's new because like I didn't know. Like I hadn't ever seen the old CMT making the team show. And I just literally started rewatching it.
CMT.
There's like 16 seasons. Yeah, CMT.
We're old.
There's like 16 seasons of it and I've been rewatching it. So I sent her a picture of me crying about it because crazy. But Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders fall absolutely in the realm of girl boss. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But here's my issue with the girl boss thing. It became such a thing. And people were launching their small businesses that I think it led to like an insane amount of like burnout.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we're speaking against on this podcast. We're speaking to small business owners, subcategory creative entrepreneurs, subcategory creative entrepreneurs that are also moms.
Yeah. Slash, slash,
If you
slash. Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Subfolder. However, if you fall into that category at all, or if you don't and you still love our podcast, we're happy you're here. But the practical advice that we want to give and like what we're speaking to are the people that are in that realm. And I worry about the girl boss culture bleeding into burnout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to kind of talk about what we were talking about before we started recording and kind of like what's been on your heart.
Yeah. So you were saying that we've had a couple of really great, insane, crazy girl bosses on the podcast.
Insane and crazy. And if your name is Rachel Megan or Caitlin James and you're listening to this, y'all are insane and crazy and we love you.
Yep.
Insane, crazy girl boss.
Yeah, I was about to say we're not the ones that we're talking about. We're insane and crazy for other reasons, but it was both Caitlin James and Rachel Megan who were talking about kind of reaching this point of burnout that like caused their career to take a hard pause because they pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed until they were like not well, like physically things happened and they had to pause their business, like hard stop. I can't do anything. Like
I kind of didn't realize like the connection there until you just said it.
And
like,
they
literally worked so hard.
So
that,
hard. Their bodies just...
They reached a state of unwell.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Because Caitlin talked about like the tumor she had in her hand.
Yes, which I mean, probably is, I mean, it's not related necessarily. But that is like the reason that she took her hard pause was like physical.
Yeah, and then like Rachel's back surgery. But it takes, not that it should, but it took that for them to kind of like take a step back and be like, I was getting burnt out and like I didn't have things going like I needed to. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no,
I didn't understand or see that. I didn't see that connection until you just pointed it out. So that's really interesting.
That's what I'm in that season. I think I like admitted and showed all of my cards in the Caitlin James episode where I was like, I preach, don't be a girl boss. But unfortunately, I fall prey to all of the girl boss culture. Still, I was one of those ones that you're talking about that like started her business in 2020 because I was at home bored at home.
I remember. Yeah, you were bored in the house.
Yeah, bored in the house.
I was there.
Bored in the house. Yep. Started my business in 2020. And I think just over the years, it's been like so awesome, obviously. But like now we're here and I have kids and there's something happens. If you don't have kids, that's fine. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. I'm like happy for you. But also if you have kids and you're a business owner, you know, there's like extra pressure, a good pressure. I mean, if you didn't care, I would be worried, but like extra pressure to provide, extra pressure to just like show up even better. Like Alex on a different podcast, you were talking about like you work late in the night and you're like hustling to be able to still serve your clients well in this season, the same way that you did like pre-kids. And so making sure that you're showing up well. And so it's just something in me. I don't know what it is. I love to have knowledge. I love to be knowledgeable. I like to appear competent. It's like a pride thing for sure. And that's not me saying that. So you can be like, oh no, it's not. It is. It totally is.
If you think it is, then fine. And like, you know yourself better than I know you, but you really truly just have like an entrepreneurial spirit. Like some people just have it. And I've worked for a lot of small businesses and tech startups and stuff like that. Yeah. That the CEOs just have it. And I'm like, just shut up and chill out. Because I'm like, you just can't shut it off. And like, you have that. And I don't want you to shut up or chill out. Like you have that where you can't shut it off. Yeah. Like you have to like physically go in and like switch it off. Whereas like I have to physically go in and switch it on. And like, I have to be like, come on, think, girl. Think. Get your mind on the topic.
And you help bring me to earth. And you're like, this is what I'm doing with my kids today. And I'm like, I should probably do something with my kids today. Not really, but it is that. I don't know if you've watched House of Stassi. Have you watched that show?
No, but I will because no one loves Vanderpump Rules as much as me. And I haven't yet, but I know I already mentioned the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Yeah. I'm watching like 4 things right now. I'm not kidding you.
That's great.
I am watching everything that Hayden Panettiere was in.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, don't even get me started.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's a little bit too emotional, but on the wake of her passing, it has hit me really hard and I've been really upset about it. Yeah. And I actually last night and this morning a little bit while I was getting ready, I've been watching Raising Helen. I'm a huge fan of Nashville and Heroes. And so both shows. Of them. Yes. And I'm also reading her memoir. So when I'm breastfeeding, I'm reading, her book is called This Is Me, and I've been reading it.
My gosh.
I really have been like a little shaken up by her death. And I know that sounds parasocial and stupid, but I am. I'm really sad for her. And she's also a mom. And I feel like her parents in Hollywood failed her and ruined her. And I've been sad about it. So I'm watching that. I'm also watching Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. I'm also watching The Valley, and I'm also watching Sterling Point, which is the new crime
Alex,
show.
that's not 4. That's like 12.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm really watching a lot of things, but House of Saucy is on my list. Yeah. So once I wrap up something, I can start something new because I have different brain compartments for different shows. You know, like what you're in the mood to watch. And so I can stick another one in there once I conclude one of these.
I'm like a House of Saucy girl, but also like a Criminal Minds girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But House of Stassi, just if you haven't watched it, I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but she's like what I don't want to turn into, essentially, as like the working mom, but like doesn't actually probably want to be a mom. Can I say that? Our podcast is small enough. So. Surely I won't be sued for defamation of character.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
She just put herself on the reality show. It's just my opinion. Hypothetically.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. But it's just like what I don't want to turn into. And I feel like I'm in this weird season. And after talking to Caitlin James and Rachel Megan, I'm just in this weird season where I still want to be, you know, I love working. I love my work. I think it just like fuels the creativity. I feel like I'm most efficient when I'm super busy, but I'm also like super stressed when I'm super busy. And so when I'm super stressed, like my kids get crumbs and I don't want to like live that life anymore. And it's not been as terrible as I feel like I'm making it sound. I really, really strive to be a super present mom. And I think you've said before, like, if you're not working, you're momming hard. If you're not momming hard, you're working hard. And it's just like keeping those compartments equal and like finding kind of like Caitlin James was talking about, just those like touch points and those reference points for like, I feel like this is me at my best as a mom. And like, if I'm falling short of that, what's the reason? And also like, how do I get back there? Because that's a priority. But just this like anti-hustle culture that I have, you know, we didn't have kids for 5 years and I started working like on my own business stuff like pretty young. And I'm just like trying to break it. But I think listening to our last 2 guests podcasts, it's just like, I don't want to burn out like from physical exhaustion. And I think we've just been sold this lie. And that's like kind of the heart of the girl boss culture is like, you can do it all. You can't do it all. You shouldn't be doing it all. Ask for help, like whether that's a partner or friends or aunties and uncles or grandparents. Or my daughter just started Mother's Day out and it's been like the most incredible thing because I can go to work, whatever coffee shop or at home, whatever. I can work for 5 hours at a time in the daytime, uninterrupted, and come home and like be super present mom and not have a million things running through my brain.
Refreshed.
And also like not staying up until 2 a.m. because those are the 5 hours that I have uninterrupted. And so like figuring out what's your capacity for the season. I feel like it's been a long time since we talked about that, but like what's your capacity in this season and figuring that out and adjusting accordingly and like not pushing your boundaries to the point of like exhaustion.
I always try to do that. And I know we encourage like all of our listeners, like
you're so good at this. You're so good at this.
I don't know if I am. And like, I feel like I have to like constantly be reevaluating because I know we've said this before. You have permission and honestly, our encouragement to like reevaluate the season of life that you're in to be like, what do I need to be focused on right now? But I know that, you know, mine's like week to week. And it's not even like this. Like it's not even like the season. It's like, what do I need this week? And I know, you know, I have my nights where I go to bed at 7 p.m. I literally go to bed before my kids go to bed. So I'm like, I can't go anymore. I have like pushed my body and my brain and my limit to the full extent. I need the sound machine on. I'm asleep. I'm asleep at 7 p.m. And I'm aware that I need that. I never needed that before I turned 30 years old and had 2 kids. I never needed that. In fact, I've always been one of those people that like I could get 4 hours of sleep and just like be the Energizer Bunny. And I've always been that way. Mine's week to week. And so what I loved, and I've been focused on this since I heard Caitlin say it, is exactly what you said, but how she knows when she's like at her best as a mom, and she's like aware of when she's falling short of that.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really paid attention to that until she said it. And that really resonated with me because I've noticed I'm a better mom when I'm not trying to accomplish anything.
Yes.
And at my core, I am one of those people that I'm like, I wake up thinking I have to accomplish this, and this today. And it's like, I really don't have to. I don't have to. But my brain
is emergency.
Like, it's not an emergency.
I feel like we've done a podcast about this.
We have done a podcast about this. This is not an emergency.
I need to go back and listen.
Like, I need to be reminded, but it's like, as a small business owner, you have to be constantly reevaluating of like, in this phase of life that I'm in this season, what do I need? And I know I've talked about this a million times, but this summer was really chaotic. It was probably the most stressed I've been as a business owner.
Even just a few weeks ago, I think about your life happenings.
Yes. It was crazy, right?
It was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We like literally had an ant infestation. We've been having construction in our neighborhood. We had power out for days. Like
your water was cut off, not because you didn't pay your bill.
That's happened twice. Yes, because of the construction. No water for like the entire day. Like all of this was happening. And I know I've discussed this, but like behind editing galleries, which doesn't ever happen. And it happened to 2 wedding galleries and I was 2 weeks behind. And like all of this was happening at the same time while I was trying to launch my 10-year rebrand. I haven't had anything new in 10 years. And and I decided, which it was months prior, that I was going to have a new website and a new name. And now it's all done. Thank God. And like, I'm on the end of it, which is why I'm watching all these shows and working on my puzzles and going to bed early and recalibrating, restructuring. But it's like, I feel like mine's been week to week. And I think with little kids, it can feel that way of like, it just changes in a blink. And this is why moms count their babies' ages in months, because it changes so much month to month that it's like, you can't even say like, oh, he's 1. No, he's 15 months old.
Yes.
And it's crazy.
It's different than it was 3 months ago. Yep.
True definition of crazy. The actual definition of crazy, that's what's happening around here. Yeah, the real definition of crazy. But it's like, I don't want to go too far into the anti-hustle of like, hard work like isn't the enemy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's good to work hard. I loved that Caitlin James touched on this a lot too, of like, she loves to work. You have it. She has it. I don't really have this. I am passionate about what I do, but I don't love to work. I am one of those that could like literally never work again and love my life. Yeah, I am, unfortunately. But I am passionate about what I do, right? So I'm like, the hard work comes with it, but it's not the enemy. Working hard isn't like the bad thing. And like my children watching me work hard brings me a lot of joy. And I do hope that Georgia decides to be an engineer and not a photographer. I'm like, follow your dad's footsteps, honey. Do what your dad's doing. Do what your dad's doing. Don't do what I'm doing. But I do love to work hard. I know that your kids are watching you being like, my mom and dad work hard and like built this empire, which you guys are working on. I think that's really special. I think that's really cool. I think it's worth it. But it's like, you have to find that balance of it not being the main thing that, you know, you miss out or you feel guilty.
I feel like you just understand the meaning of life a little bit better than me. What do you feel like, like on your best week? Because obviously you said you could like never work and be totally fine.
Totally.
I feel like if that were the cultural norm, going back to like hustle culture, if that were like the cultural norm for like women to just not be expected to work. I'm like, we girl bossed so hard. I'm like, let's bring it back a little bit. We put too much responsibility on the female.
What's the Taylor Swift song that she said that? Like, girl boss too close to the sun or something like that?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
It was like, I've heard that line before. And I was thinking, you said that. Okay, but you girl boss.
Yeah. But like, you obviously have work that you're doing and that you have to do. Yeah. So what, in your ideal world, like, what does the perfect week look like? Like, just speaking in terms of weeks right now. Like, I know kids are like starting school. Well, Georgia is starting school. And like, what is that kind of, because you still have Jack at home. So like, what does that look like?
It's about to shift again because she hasn't started school yet, but she's about to. She's also in a Mother's Day Out program, but she'll also go like to an extended day little STEM program during the week as well. So she'll be in school 3 days a week, just for 5 hours at a time. And it used to look like those were like I would try to do nothing other than we recorded the podcast because we always have on Wednesdays. Other than that, I did nothing. Like, I genuinely prioritized my rest or errands.
Yeah.
And I would do my errands during that time. I'd be like, because it's so inconvenient to walk into Walgreens and pick up your photos and it takes 2 seconds, but unbuckling 2 toddlers and walking into a store for something like that's ridiculous. And that's what I would do. But I am about to have a lot less work nights.
Yeah.
And that looks great. And so, yeah. So what I would do, because I would have Mondays and Wednesdays, I would kind of have Mondays be like my work errands day and Wednesday be like a personal day. And Jack is still so little, he still naps twice a day. At that phase, he was napping like 3 times because he was so little. But now, being 15 months old, just being able to be productive with that time. And if the productivity is my rest, then I allow it. If I literally lay in the bed and have a snack or like eat lunch sitting down uninterrupted, then I do that. And I really try to prioritize what I'm feeling. And I've always been pretty good about like time management and getting things done as needed.
Yeah.
Although I've just discussed the getting behind on 2 galleries like a million times. But I think it's important that I keep mentioning it because it never happens.
Yeah.
So it did happen and I am taking ownership of it and mentioning it. But I really am a better mom if I don't try to accomplish things.
Yeah.
So when I don't have them, and I'm using the example of Georgia's at school and Jack's asleep, that's when I don't have them.
Yes.
If that's my productive time, then when I do have them, I can sit in the floor and listen and hear the words, Mom, look at this.
Yes.
60,000 times a day.
And you can look.
And I don't feel, as overwhelmed by it because I'm not thinking like, oh, I need to do this. I need to hurry and do this. Because as soon as I pull out my phone and I'm trying to respond to so-and-so and do whatever, that's when I'm immediately like getting to a point of frustration with my kids.
Yeah.
When they're not really doing anything frustrating. They're just like being kids, but like I'm doing something I don't particularly need to be doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's really hard because it's like, it's always like you're trying to find the balance.
Yes.
Right? You're always like, where's the middle ground of like the ambition, but the boundaries and like the productivity, but also the rest? Like, where's the middle ground? Because I really tend to teeter on the rest side. Whereas I think you teeter on the ambition side of like, let me keep pushing and push and push. And I'm overwhelmed, but I'm going to add more and let me just go ahead and do this as well.
Yeah.
And I get to the point where I'm like, I'm about to shut it all down easily. And I'm like, I'm about to just take the whole week off. And that's like what my week looks like. Or like I said, I go to bed at 7 p.m. because I genuinely am like system overload.
Yeah.
Overload. But I think it is because of the whole girl boss thing. And people are like, you have to keep working and go and go and go and you have to do it all. And it's like everything looks perfect, but like you open the closet and everything falls out. But like that's my brain.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I'm continuing to go, but like on the inside, I'm just about to explode.
Yeah.
And it may be my kid, particularly it's usually Georgia. Ah! I'm telling you, it's just the age of like the attention that she's desiring, right? But it's like the doors get open and then everything falls out and explodes. And I don't want to get to that point. So it's a constant balance. But I think with the rise of girl boss, we lost the fact that we can rest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think
like that rest can be enough.
Yes. I'm even thinking of this too, like with us doing Arisa House stuff. So like Grace Cacho Photography is coming under Arisa House now.
Yeah.
I've been referencing this like concept of an actual house. And like I had not thought of this until this moment, but like you build and you build and you build and eventually there's nothing else to build, right? Like,
right.
I mean, you can continue adding on and adding this and cosmetic here and decor there. And like those are little things, but it should not be a full house project all the time. And I think what you're also getting at is like, I'm also referencing faith as well, but like the Lord chose to rest. Like, is it a crime if I also choose to rest after everything is done? Like, it has to be okay that, I only got 3 out of 5 things on my list done, but the time is up. Like, I have to clock out. And if I don't rest, then I will pay the penalty. I had Andrew, like, I'm jumping all over the place, but like if you have to finish the house at some point and then you have to enjoy the house, like you have to settle into it. And so I think that's like, even since 2020, I've just had this concept of like, I've started so many different things in my life. Photography specifically is one of those things that I started and I kept doing it. Like I hadn't had something that consistent since I was doing music since I was 4 years old, like a common thread throughout my life. And I almost had this like unsettled feeling of like, but I'm not building anything. So I'm like not productive or it's like not exciting enough.
That's crazy.
But I think I'm just like getting to this place where like I want to build something and then I just want to enjoy it. Like I want to enjoy my life and whatever.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to keep going at the cost of like not being rested. And Andrew makes this reference to like sleep and like not sleeping. That's not a credit card you can charge and not eventually have to like pay off. So like, are you going to have
sleep
all
debt.
of that debt? Yep. Sleep debt.
Sleep debt is real.
Yep. And then you pay the penalty for like racking it up and eventually you got to pay it off.
Yes.
But you don't want to get to that point. And so, yeah, I love what you're saying about you just like keep this really great. I use the term like a pulse check all the time, like keeping a pulse check on like how you're doing. And like you said, it does change week to week. And I think it's important, especially as like mom business owners, that has to be okay for it to change week to week. Like it's not going to
has to be.
Yeah. Like that has to be the expectation.
What I think about too is, and this is like a whole like kind of a rabbit trail of just the mom aspect of it. I can get frustrated whenever like my kids do something different that they don't normally do. Like, oh, Jack normally sleeps at this time and now he's not. And which, speaking of, I can hear him crying. He's just, we're in this phase where he's mad at Georgia all the time because if she picks something up, he wants it. And then she's like, I just picked it up. It's the whole thing. I can get frustrated with them when they do something that's like different. Right. And then I have to like humble myself and remind myself of like, they're humans too.
Yeah.
And I actually see people, posting on social media all the time, specifically like first time moms with one kid who are like, oh my gosh, like we were in this phase of he was sleeping through the night and now we're not. And it's like, what's the problem? And what's the solution? And it's like, you don't know until you're kind of into it. Like there's no solution because it's not a problem. They're just humans that are having a different day. Like, she's just 4 and she's just having a bad day. And like, she's just emotional because she is. It's like, it's that kind of thing that you have to like take notice of as like a business owner too, of like, okay, you had all these things you needed to do, but you're also human and you're also a mom and you're also doing these things, and like take notice of how you feel that day. That day. Because what's the problem with waiting until tomorrow? And like maybe you're needing the rest today. Maybe you need to shut the lights off and go to bed at 7 p.m. And wake up completely refreshed, and you'll probably get your things done quicker and with a clearer mind and a better heart and soul and spirit about the whole thing because you allowed your body to slow down and take the time. Did that just sound like a crazy ramble, or like, did that make sense?
No, that was so good. It was, and if nobody else needed to hear it, I needed to hear it. I've had 2 people the past 2 days have been telling me like, go to sleep early. Like like just go to sleep early. And I get emotional hearing it just because that has not been my reality, but by my own fault. My own, like there's no good reason for me to be staying up at all hours. And if you are also someone who is listening and you're like in the hustle grind, but you don't want to be, turn it off. Alex is giving you permission to turn it off. And it does, just like with being a mom, it just helps you show up better. So like within the context of work, if you can shut it off and then turn it back on to rest and then come back to it, you'll be able to approach it so much better and like less stress probably. And
We've talked about this before.
Yes, we have.
Especially with like in regards to editing, because there were so many nights where it's like 11:30 p.m. and like my eyes are blurry, watered, burning with just like exhaustion. And I'm staring at the screen and I'm like, just 30 more minutes. And I'm like trying to push through. And then I'll come back the next day and I'll be like, oh my God, ew. Like, what was I doing? Like, this is not what this needs to look like. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, let yourself have a clear mind. And this is, it's the downside of being a small business because you only have yourself to rely on in these situations. So it's not like you can say to your coworker, hey, I'm just completely overwhelmed with this. Can you take it over for me? Because there's not anyone to do it in the way that you need to. I know you and Andrew have each other, but you know, I'm speaking to like a general sense of creative entrepreneurs that are a solo team like I am and like others that are listening, but it's hard. And I think you're going to be constantly struggling that balance. But if it makes more sense to find the balance in that certain season of life, or if it makes sense to find that balance in the week or in the day, then find the balance. You have to. You have to. But I think a key to that too, for me, what works for me is not letting myself get too far behind. So that if I'm not needing to get something done that day, it can wait till tomorrow. It can wait till tomorrow. Or it can wait until 5 p.m. when my husband's home. That's going to be like what I have to get done today. Like that's the situation. Like it's going to have to wait till 5 p.m. Because on the days like this, like I know that I want to take the time with my kids and I'm going to. And I'm going to. And I'm not going to be on my phone and responding to emails. And it can wait. You just have to figure out like how to set up your business model so that you don't reach that point of burnout. And I know that I'm not trying to sound inspirational because it isn't, because there's not an answer. I'm posing, what does your business look like? And how
Just
can
questions.
it be successful?
Yep.
Yeah. Questions to ask yourself and like a heart check, because I'm asking the question, but I don't have the answer. For me, it looks like reevaluating every single day or every single week, going with the flow. For me, it's getting out of my house.
Yeah.
Like getting out of my house, getting myself a little drinky drink from wherever.
Yep.
And spending some time outside. And
Yeah.
at this time of the year, that's at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and moving my body and then reevaluating it.
Yeah.
And that always helps.
Do you know, you have so inspired me to like get out with my kids, and they're just like at the ages too where they like, the house is becoming smaller as they're becoming bigger. Yes. And they want to leave and I want to leave, but you know what? An inopportune time, because it is a million degrees outside every single day this time of year.
115 degrees. Yes.
And we're trying to be creative. Andrew and I took the kids to Target the other day, and we just let them go ham on the toy aisles. We were like, this is our playground today. We're not buying a single thing, but you can play with everything.
Yes. And look and run the aisles and run, and I'll follow you. Yes. I like literally did that in Sam's Club last week.
Yeah.
I know, like, for those of you that are listening, Grace is like further away from and I live in the DFW Metroplex. So there's something new for me to do every single day. There's a bunch of indoor playgrounds and a bunch of churches with like free places to play. And like, I always have something to do available to me.
Yeah.
We just had like one of those trampoline parks, which I know y'all have one of these. That opened literally, 5 minutes away. And they have like a toddler time that's $5. And we went on Monday. Yeah. And it's toddlers only.
Do you
5
know,
or under only.
And
so
I think that's where Andrew took the kids today, but they have like school hours now. So it's like afternoon only. But on Fridays, they have 2 hours that are for kids 5 and under. And I was like, that's so kind.
It's so nice, because I'm like the big old boys that get crazy in there.
The big boys.
Like I'm raising a boy that's going to be big and crazy like that. But I'm like, right now he's 1. So I'm like, they want to just like hop along and like we need some space. So we did do that. But I'm like, one of the greatest like advice I got as a mom was just to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, then
that's been your advice to me, and I love it.
Thank you.
Even if you didn't mean to give it. Yeah.
I get really bogged down with my computer staring at me and I have things to do. The TV's on and I feel guilty about my kids watching TV, and I have 10 loads of laundry and a sink full of dish and like all these things I need to do. When I get out of the house, I can be a more present mom because I don't have any of that to worry about. Yeah. And it's playtime. And it's fun time, and let's have fun. And let's burn some energy, and then y'all take a good nap, and then I get my things done. So I'm like, it really is great. But it's hard. And I feel like creative entrepreneurs can get really stuck in this hustle culture girl boss. And my message today is that you can be a girl boss without being burnout. Yes. And without not being able to take care of yourself. Yep. And the other people in your life. Yep. Wow. And that's my message. That's my mic drop.
We're done.
Yeah, mic drop. He said mic drop. And that's my mic drop. No, really. No, it's so good. But also, we love you all, and we're proud of you for working so hard. And Grace, I'm proud of you. And
I'm proud of
I
you.
hope that you know that, like, while I give you inspiration to get out of your house and do things with your kids, you inspire me to work harder and put more focus into my job, which is my passion. So I love you for that. And thank you for that.
I love you. Let's do this forever.
I love you.
On to episode 500.
It literally, and we're going to be like, our kids are graduating high school. We're going to be grandmas still recording this podcast. And that's it for the day.